Hello there, my friend. Hope you're having a great day, and maybe this video makes it better. Share and comment on this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. So the question in today's video is basically, did Vader hate Sidious, or at the very least held him in contempt? There is a lot of opinions on this. Personally, I'm making this video to have their relationship explained a bit. I want to tell you that this is related to both canon and legends, what I've discovered from both spheres of the Star Wars spectrum. To start off, it is pretty clear that after the Empire was formed, in the beginning part, Vader understood the cruelty of his master. He was still learning the dark ways of the Sith. However, by the time we see him in A New Hope, and especially in Empire Strikes Back, Vader passionately hated Sidious. He learned that Sidious had been lying to him this entire time when he finds out that his wife didn't die from him killing her in anger, but she even birthed a child before death. In this relationship, the codependency was at its finest in the Star Wars universe. The apprentice needed the master. The master needed the apprentice. The master wants the apprentice to be strong enough to replace him, but then again, the master must teach the apprentice all that they know. This would usually proceed this way. The masters don't want to teach everything as soon as possible because then the apprentice would kill them early, meaning less lifetime for the teacher, in this case Palpatine. Now, in the perspective of Vader, the student wants to learn as much as possible from their teacher before killing them. So patience is needed, but then they need to have a murderous heart and the desire to kill the master in order to replace them, which is basically the Sith way or tradition, especially after the rule of two was instituted. Hatred was very important to being a Sith. A lot of power came from it. In this sense, Vader had tremendous rage and hatred, and he had a tremendous amount for Sidious especially, and this would border even on a personal level because Vader realized early on that Sidious had manipulated him to turn to the dark side based on a lie. Sidious had promised Anakin Skywalker that they could save Anakin's wife from death, as Anakin had foreseen in his dreams. Since accepting the dark side, all that Sidious did was push Vader to the limit, shown in many comics throughout the years, especially now in canon. In the newly released Vader comics, Darth Vader is being pushed by Sidious to embrace the dark side and obtain his new red lightsaber. In the perspective of the Sith, you can kind of understand that. However, after 20 years, you can see that their relationship had crumbled down to basically nothing. Vader was fully aware of what he needed to do. In the 2015 comics, Vader started growing his own faction outside of the Empire, so that he could challenge his master if the time came. In my mind, all he wanted to do was kill Sidious, and the sooner the better. Unfortunately for Vader, sooner would turn into later because Sidious was more powerful and clearly had an advantage over Darth Vader, who still had much to learn. There were a few times when they tested each other and even tried to kill one another, but their deaths never came to fruition during that time until the end, where the apprentice did kill the master. However, it was not done in the Sith tradition. The apprentice, meaning Vader, accepted the light as he decided to save his son from certain death and threw Sidious to his demise. So there you go, besties. With all that being said about both Sidious and Vader, I would love to know, what are your thoughts on this specific topic? Did Vader actually hate Sidious, or did it border respect? Lastly, of course, thank you guys so much for watching. Alright, Star Wars fans, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you liked it, feel free to leave a thumbs up down below and subscribe if you haven't already, and don't miss out on any of my future videos that I will post on this channel. Have a fun day, my friends, and in closing, don't forget, may the Force be with you always.